everyone, Ken's Wild here with Wild Child Horsemanship, and welcome back to your channel.
Well, my buckle makes impressions on the inside of her thigh. There are little feathered Indians where we tussle through the night.
In the Colt Starting Prerequisites series, we show you guys 10 behaviors that every single horse should know. We call them the Colt Starting Prerequisites because we make sure that every horse knows these before we put their first rides on them. However, this is just a solid groundwork foundation that every single horse, whether they're just babies or they're adults that already know how to ride, these are things that every single horse should know. We show you guys how to teach a horse these behaviors, and we use a variety of different horses at Wild Child to do so. So I hope you guys all enjoy this series, and don't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns.
In this episode of the Colt Starting Prerequisite series, we use client mule, Blondie, to teach you guys about picking up all 4 feet. Now, why is this an important groundwork behavior? For one, routine hoof care is vital for your equine. If you are unable to handle their feet, that means they cannot be seen by the farrier, and their hooves will become overgrown, and this can cause a whole host of medical and behavioral issues. For 2, if your equine ends up getting their legs stuck in a fence or in another sticky situation, being able to handle their hooves could be the difference between life and death. And 3, it's a great way to build trust and a connection with your equine. The hooves are a defense mechanism. They use them to kick or strike or rear when they feel threatened. And so by being able to handle their hooves, it is a great way to build a connection with that equine and show them that you are not there to hurt them, everything's perfectly okay, and it's just a great way to build trust. So I've got a few days worth of clips here on working with Blondie on her feet. So I start off with most equines by rubbing their back, rubbing their shoulder, and then very slowly starting to rub my hand down their leg. Because I've been working with Blondie on this a lot, she's actually picking up her front legs fairly easily. You can see right there, she was able to pick up that front leg and she actually held it for me. Every time you go to rub their leg, you want to go further and further down each time until they're no longer backing up or showing signs of discomfort with you handling their legs. Then you're going to start squeezing the fetlock and asking them to pick up their hoof. You can see right here, she's actually holding it up for me just fine. Not all equines are going to be this easy. I've been doing a lot of work with Blondie on this, but the most important thing to remember in this manner is that the second they pick it up, release that pressure, release your hand. And then you're going to start increasing pressure and increasing the criteria and ask them to hold up their leg for longer periods of time. The more comfortable the equine gets with you handling their front legs, you can start trying to put it between your legs, you can start patting their hooves, and just getting them used to a bunch of random sounds and different stimulus on their hooves when picking up their legs so that you can continue to prep them for farrier work. Again, you can see with the front legs, I definitely, made a lot of quick progress with Blondie. Just remember to be patient, reward the try. Even if they just pick it up for a second and you have to release that pressure, do that. Progress doesn't happen overnight. Just take it slow, take it steady, and always be safe. Moving on to the hind legs, making safety a priority, I typically tend to start touching their hind legs with a lunge whip or with a lead rope, just to see if they're going to try and kick out or strike at it. In this situation with Blondie, I'm going to be using a lead rope. You can kind of see it, you kind of can't, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to very slowly move that lead rope, and I'm going to put it around that hind leg. I'm standing as much at her shoulder as I can, reaching as far out as I can, so that if she does go to kick, I can move out of the way quickly. So you can see right here that I'm able to get that lead rope around her hind leg. I'm trying to adjust her so that you guys can see it better for the camera. But once that lead rope is around the hind leg, I'm going to start doing some pressure and release and trying to get Blondie to pick it up. So you can see right here, I apply that pressure. She picks up that hind leg, so I release it. And I'm going to continue repeating this process. Now, if she were to go to kick or strike or anything crazy like that, I am out of the line of fire. She's going to kick the lead rope more than anything else, and I'm standing at her shoulder, at her head. You can see that she's kind of starting to walk forward a little bit. She's not too sure about it, and so I'm just going to continue to try and encourage her to stay in the same spot, apply that pressure with that lead rope when she picks up that hind leg, and then I'm going to switch and do the same thing with the other hind leg. You can see the process a lot better here from this angle. Again, I'm standing as far away out of kicking range as possible so I can get that lead rope where I need it to go. I apply some pressure with the lead rope. It just looped around the fetlock. It's nothing crazy. I apply that pressure. Once she picks up that leg, I release that pressure. Over time, I'm also going to start asking her to hold that leg up for longer periods of time. And again, if she's going to kick or strike or anything or try to walk forward like she was doing at first, I'm just going to try and keep her at a standstill and continue to just slowly slowly work on picking up those hind legs. Once the horse is comfortable with their hind legs being touched and picked up with the lead rope or the lunge whip, you can start using your hand and doing the exact same thing that you did with the front legs. You can see here I'm starting to just rub her butt. I rub her leg further and further down every time. Right there, she actually went to pick up her leg for me, which was a good thing. So I'm going to do it again. I'm actually going to squeeze a little bit. She just barely picks up that leg. I'm going to release that pressure. I'm going to pet her, reinforce, and then I'm going to move to the other side. Here I am again. I'm just rubbing my hand down her back, down her butt, and further down the leg every time I go to pet her. Over time, the goal is to hold that leg up for longer periods of time so that I can start patting it and playing around with it like you saw me doing with the fronts. Just remember that with the hind legs and even with the front legs, this can be a super dangerous behavior to teach. So always proceed with caution. Be extra careful because you don't want to get kicked. You don't want to get hurt. So just go slow and steady and work at the horse's pace.
So I hope you guys all enjoyed this YouTube video. Before we end off for the day, I want to give you guys a friendly reminder to go and check out our other social medias. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have a bunch of random stuff out there, so definitely go check it out. You can find the links to all of that on our website, which we'll put in the description. We also have several books on the shelf that I highly recommend you guys go and check out, all on different equine related matters. We also have a podcast out there that discusses the life lessons horses have to teach us, as well as a merch store. And if you take a picture of you wearing our merch, then we'll send you a discount on your next order. We are also a sponsored writer for Jeweled and Tooled Custom Leathers, and they make a big portion of the tack that we use on a daily basis. And if you use the discount code WILDCHILD2025, you will also get a killer fucking deal. And last but certainly not least, I want to remind you guys that all of the content you see, all of the videos that we have are purely funded by myself. I like to offer these at absolutely no cost to you guys because I truly just want to educate and help create a better world for the horses we all love so much. However, if you would like to financially help or support the sanctuary horses or the things we need to make these videos or the horses that we rescue and rehabilitate, I have a list of different ways that you can donate. We are not a registered nonprofit. We are just an LLC trying to make ends meet and continue making a better world for the horses and helping horses in need. So if you feel inclined to donate to any of those, please do so. All of the proceeds from our merch and our books and all that fun stuff as well also go to supporting the sanctuary horses and helping us help more horses in need. So stay strong, stay true, stay wild. Thank you guys for your support, and we'll see y'all next time.